Hi, I'm Jace, and this is my Code of Ethics presentation. For my first point, I talk about abortion, and in no situation will I ever support abortion. And more women are turning to abortion as the answer to unplanned pregnancies, which is increasing the news coverage of abortion. In an article by Carl M. Cannon, he wrote about his time as a journalist for the San Diego Union Tribune, where his boss refused to run an advertisement for Planned Parenthood, which is a big supporter of abortion. Now, in the article published by Carl M. Cannon, he said, 2 studies done in the late 1980s showed an overwhelming majority of U.S. journalists personally supported legalized abortion, numbers that were almost certainly higher among elite news organizations. And after the Newspaper Guild formally endorsed freedom of choice, journalists began marching in pro-choice rallies. So being a pro-life journalist amidst pro-choice journalists will be really difficult, but I will always stand against abortion. My next point is legalizing marijuana. I believe in the harmful effect marijuana can have. And Gordon B. Hinckley said, "Some have even used as an alibi the fact that drugs are not mentioned in the word of wisdom. What a miserable excuse. There is likewise no mention of the hazards of diving into an empty swimming pool or of jumping from an overpass onto the freeway. But who doubts the deadly consequences of such? Common sense would dictate against such behavior." It seems like common sense to not want to legalize marijuana because of the harmful effects that it can have. And the campaign to legalize marijuana is growing every day. And illicit drugs like that of marijuana have destroyed lives, ripped families apart, and hurt people's chances of being successful in life. And I believe the legalization of marijuana would increase the hurt to individuals and families, and I will not support something I know is wrong. The next thing is keeping the Sabbath day holy. I understand the work of a journalist is a 24/7 job, but I would not want my job to interfere with my worship services. Being a journalist in today's world, many employers will expect for certain things to be done on Sundays. And I'm okay with doing certain things on Sundays as long as it doesn't interfere with going to church. John H. Groberg, a member of the First Quorum of the 70, said, "Does the Lord love and bless those who keep the Sabbath day holy? I testify that he does in eternally meaningful ways. And I believe that I'll be blessed if I keep the Sabbath day holy by attending church meetings each week." My next point is raising a family. Raising a family has always been important to me, and I don't want my career to keep me from that. I would love to have a great job, but when the time comes for me to start a family, I don't want to postpone that opportunity because I would rather work. It is becoming more and more popular for mothers to work rather than raise a family. The Family, a Proclamation to the World reads, "By divine design, fathers are to preside over their families in love and righteousness, and are responsible to provide the necessities of life and protection for their families. Mothers are primarily responsible for the nurture of their children." And I want to be a mother that nurtures their children, and so I could be looked down on for wanting to raise a family, but I will choose raising a family instead of furthering my career. And my last point is prayer. Prayer is very important to me, like it is to most religious individuals. President Faust said, "No earthly authority can separate us from direct access to our Creator. There can never be a mechanical or electronic failure when we pray. There is no limit on the number of times or how long we pray each day. There is no quota on how many needs we wish to pray for in each prayer. We do not need to go through secretaries or make an appointment to reach the throne of grace. He is reachable at any time and any place." And recently, with Duck Dynasty, a TV show on A&E, they received a lot of ridicule because they end each show with a prayer. And like Tim Tebow, he was ridiculed a lot because he wanted to pray before each game. Prayer is a privilege, and I will always defend the act of prayer.